Hello 3D printing friends. Today on the BV3D channel, I'll show you how I made this cool lunar lithophane lamp so you can make one of your very own. It's even got USB ports on it so it can charge your phone. Who needs solar power when you can use lunar power? Stick around and we'll get into it right after this. I'm Brian and you are watching BV3D. This episode of the BV3D channel is brought to you in part by these awesome channel members. Becoming a member is a great way to support the channel and has a few perks besides just getting your name in lights here. Click the join button to find out more. Hi, welcome back. Hey, if you're new here and you're wanting to learn about 3D printing, 3D modeling, and other 3D printing related stuff, start now by subscribing and clicking the bell so you don't miss anything. Okay, so today let's make a lunar lithophane lamp. 3D printed lithophanes are really cool. Lithophanes are a kind of artwork that's designed to be seen only when it's backlit. And originally, lithophanes were made in a very thin, translucent porcelain. The thinner portions appear light and the thicker portions appear dark, and by varying the thickness of the porcelain, an artist can create an image that can be seen when shining light through it from behind. Like on these vintage Japanese teacups. They've got an image on the bottom of the cup, which you can see when you're getting the last sips of your tea. And a lunar lithophane lamp, or moon lamp, is the same kind of thing. It's a spherical model of the moon, thicker in some places and thinner in others, and when a light source is placed inside, well, this is the result. So you may have seen these for sale online for the past few years. A lot of the ones you can buy are about 5 inches in diameter, and they're on short wooden bases and run on batteries. But I wanted one that could function more like an actual desk lamp or a bedside lamp and stay lit up for more than a few hours, and didn't need to be recharged, and was bigger than the average moon. So I found this version of it on printables.com. This is Designer Lithophane Moon Lamp by Frank Deschner. It's an 8-inch diameter lunar lithophane with an interesting 3-legged stand. The thing I like about this design is the way the stand attaches to the moon. It's a twist lock thing that works pretty well. And while I was impressed with the twist lock idea, I wasn't super happy with the height of the stand. I wanted the moon to be a little bit higher. Also, the stand was designed to hold a light socket on the end of a cable kind of thing, and the switches on those can be inconveniently placed. So I had a thought, and it was lonely, but that's beside the point. My thought was, why not get an actual desk lamp or bedside lamp from Amazon, maybe something on the smaller side, and remix that twist lock thing to work with that. So I sat down and searched on Amazon for a little while, and I found 2 good candidates for this project. Both of these have convenience features like USB ports to charge your phone or watch or whatever, and a 2-prong 110-volt socket on the base so you can plug in a specialty charger if you need to. The main differences between them are that one has a pull chain to turn the lamp on or off, and the other uses a touch-sensitive base to put the LED bulb through a low, medium, high off cycle. And one has a single USB-A and a single USB-C port on it, and the other has 2 USB-A ports. I ordered 1 set of each. I say set because those lamps were both sold in 2-packs, so I ended up with 4 lamp bases. Interestingly, the one with the touch-sensitive base included bulbs, so that was a nice extra. For the other one, I ordered a pack of 3-watt LED bulbs. Low wattage LEDs are a must for a printed lunar lithophane lamp. If you use an LED bulb that runs hot, or you use an incandescent bulb, there's going to be a lot of heat buildup inside the moon because it's enclosed. There's no place for the heat to go. You could be left with a lot of lunar lava. Okay, I'm trying too hard for the alliteration award, but seriously, if you use a hot bulb, there's going to be, at minimum, some melted plastic, and worst case, something could catch fire. Please exercise caution and good judgment. Anyway, while the lamp bases were on the way from Amazon, I printed the actual moon part. These can take a couple of days to print, but I put my Bamboo Lab X1 Carbon on the job, and it did this in about 18 hours. It even recorded a sweet time lapse. Once the lamps arrived, I took some measurements and then pulled the stand into Tinkercad to remix it a little bit. Since I didn't need the 3 legs on the base, I used a big hole piece and cut those away from the twist lock part. I also filled in the existing hole and then cut out a new one to match the measurements I took from the lamps. After that, I exported them as STL files and printed them out. Then I assembled a lamp. Both of these assembled the same way. There's a ring that screws down onto the light socket at the top of the lamp, and that holds the lampshade in place. So instead of the lampshade, I used that ring to secure the twist lock piece to the top of the lamp. Then I added an LED bulb, and then I added the Lunar Lithophane and turned it to lock it into place. Oh, a quick note about the twist lock part. I cut about 0.3 millimeters off the bottom of it when I was remixing it in Tinkercad. This makes it easier to twist into place, but it still stays locked in and doesn't untwist. Now here's the lamp with the touch-sensitive base. You just touch the base to turn it on. And then again to turn it more on, and again to turn it even more on, and then once more to turn it off. And now here's the lamp with the pull chain. I think it works great with the 3-watt LED bulb in it, and it doesn't get hot at all. Pull on, pull off, works like you'd expect. On this one, I thought it would be clever to print a small rocket to cover the weight on the end of the pull chain. This is not the greatest rocket in the world. This is just a tribute. And there's a link to the rocket in the description. So if you go with the pull chain lamp, you can print that out. But why not try designing one yourself? Wouldn't that be cool? So that's all there is to making a nice lunar lithophane lamp. I've got links in the description to my remix as well as to the lamps and bulbs that I bought for the project. Which lamp base do you like better? Leave a comment and let me know. And if you make one, tag me on Twitter. I'd love to see it. Well, 3D printing friends, that's about all the time we have for this episode. And now that we're at the end, let's go print something cool. Hey, real quick before you go, I wanted to say thanks for being one of the super awesome people who sticks around all the way to the end, and thanks for all the likes, comments, and shares. And an especially big thanks to those who directly support what I do. You're all wonderful for doing that, and I really appreciate it. If you liked this episode, a thumbs up would be great, and if you'd like to help support the channel, check the description for ways you can do exactly that. And hey, if you haven't already subscribed, please do. It's absolutely free, and it's an excellent way to help keep me making these videos for you. Well, that's it for this one. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time here on the BV3D channel.